Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a quick look at how you upgrade your instance of FPP online without needing to mess about with SD cards or anything like that. Now the first thing is you've got to ensure that you have your correct gateway set up in your networking and also the correct DNS settings. Now I haven't got the correct gateway set up currently, and I haven't got the correct DNS set up. But let's have a look and see what happens if I try to upgrade without them. If I go to Help and About, then it tells us the current version. And if it had the correct gateway and DNS settings, then we would have a remote Git version in here. If that was different to the version you have locally, then it would tell you and advise that you can upgrade FPP. So let's check our settings and get them fixed. I'm going to go to Status Control and Network. Now I'm using Wi-Fi at the moment, so I'm going to click on the WLAN settings. And I can see here that my gateway is incorrect. Now you need to use the IP address of your router for your gateway, and on our PRS network here, our gateway is on 4.254. So I can now update that interface. That's done. And now I need to check the DNS settings as well, the domain name system. So I'm going to go for DNS, host and DNS. And as you can see, I've currently got incorrect DNS. They're both set to 0000. Now for the first server, server 1, I would normally use my default router, my standard router IP address, because most of the time your home router will also be acting as not only a router, but also a DHCP server and a DNS server as well. So my IP address for that is 192.168.4.254. And for the DNS server 2, you want to use a service that's on the internet. So you might use Google. They have 8.8.8.8 or 8.8.4.4. Or I tend to prefer Cloudflare, and theirs is equally simple, 1.1.1.1. So once we've got that, we can update DNS, and then the system will want a reboot.
A few moments later.
There we go, and FPP has now rebooted. So I can go back to Help and About. And this time it tells us that an update is available. It's managed to reach the update server on the internet, and an update is available there. So let's go for Upgrade FPP. And it's now pulling in the updates from the remote server on the internet. Now at the time of writing, the current version is version 6.3. I started here with 6.2 on purpose because I wanted to demo the upgrade to 6.3. Now there is also a version 7 alpha available, which is in very early testing. It's in alpha testing of version 7, and I would not recommend upgrading to version 7 yet on a production environment. For a production environment like a live show, you want it to be a full version 7 release. You don't want to go for an alpha or a beta unless you enjoy living in the fast lane. There we go. So I'm going to close this now. And it says now at the top, upgrade. So it's pulled in the files that it needs. And it can, if I now hit upgrade and OK, it's now going to stop FPPD and it's going to rattle through the update. And there we go, it's finished the update and it now wants us to reboot. If I just scroll back up, that's helpful. It's not said anywhere that's yeah, that's marvelous. Look, that's not, it doesn't actually tell us where we can do this. It's just telling us to do it. But on this particular layout, so I'm just going to close this window and this window, and then I'm going to go for a reboot down here. I think that might be an issue with my screen resolution there. I wasn't able to see the button that said reboot at the bottom of that page. But FPPD is now FPP, the Pi, is now rebooting. And it should come back at version 6.3.
Later.
And there we are. FPP has now rebooted and we're up to version 6.3-5. If I now go to Help and About, we can see that our local version now matches the remote version, and so we're fully up to date. So there you go. That's how to update your instance of FPP, and have fun, enjoy, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.